Good morning. My name is Ms. Yvette de la Cruz Carroll, and we have Holly Shavira here. And we are so excited to have you here representing your college, and we are excited to hear all about it. And as we have students coming in, I'll go ahead and let them in, and you can get started. And like I mentioned before, I will record this session. Any questions you guys have, write them in the chat. They'll either go to Holly or myself. No one else sees those questions. They are private, so don't worry about that. And then go ahead and take it away.
All right, well, my name is Holly Chavira, and I am the University Admissions Counsel for Grand Canyon that works specifically with your school. So I'm excited to be here. Usually this would be in person, but we're gonna get creative with COVID, so we'll be doing this over Zoom. So I'm just gonna go over a quick presentation about GCU. Please feel free to ask as many questions as you guys like. If you would like to unmute yourselves and ask a question, that's totally fine. You can write it in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions possible. So we'll start right from the beginning. So like I said, I'm from Grand Canyon University. We are located in Phoenix, Arizona. So Grand Canyon has about 23,000 students on campus. So it's big enough to feel like a large university, but small enough to where you know the people in your classes, the people in your dorms. You're looking at average class sizes of about 25 to 30 students, which is super nice. About half of our students are from out of state. And we do get a pretty large following from Colorado. So it's kind of fun for you guys to be able to connect with students from Colorado. Great way to road trip if you guys all want to head home together. There's always options with that. We are as affordable as a state university. So I will go over the cost of GCU, but when you see what our price comes out to, we're pretty competitive compared to state universities being a private school. About 75% of our students do graduate in 3.5 years, which helps with cost. So if you're looking to jump into your major or your field quicker, you have 3.5 years that you can graduate. But I went to GCU myself personally. I graduated in 4 years because I didn't want to leave college. So it's totally up to you. We work around your schedule. And our application is completely free. So I'll talk a little bit about the application after this, but you don't have to write an essay. There isn't a cost that goes along with it. You just have to complete your essay. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'd be happy to help you with that. So dorm life. Our dorms are a little bit different than other universities. We are suite style, meaning that in some schools you will have communal bathrooms where the whole hall shares the bathroom. So when we're different, we have a suite. So it would be you and 3 other roommates. If you look down at the bottom at this layout right here, how it's set up is it would be you and your 3 other roommates. You guys would all share a common area. So you see this couch right here. All of our dorms do come fully furnished. And you and your roommate would share a bathroom and a walk-in closet.
Students at Grand Canyon University have a rich and vibrant residence life community. There are events throughout the year to make friends, give back to the community, and just have fun. There are 19 living areas offering students amenities such as pools, laundry, fitness centers, indoor and outdoor common areas, and the choice between suites and apartment-style living. The apartments such as Roadrunner or Diamondback provide accommodations for 2 or 4 students. The majority of floor plans even provide students with their own bedroom. In the 4-person floor plan, apartment residents enjoy sharing a kitchen, living room, and 2 bathrooms. The residence hall suites, such as Accredited, provide closets and a furnished living room. Either choice provides you with a safe and comfortable environment to study, live, and have the time of your life. Each living area at GCU is an intentional community that helps promote relationships, servant leadership, and self-awareness. There are students serving as resident assistants to act as a resource and foster community. There are also life leaders to lead Bible studies and provide spiritual counsel. Many living areas also have a resource called the Learning Lounge, where students can participate in study groups or receive assistance in a particular subject. In addition to all these great amenities in each building, experience at most universities. It's no wonder that over 2/3 of our students choose to live on our beautiful campus.
So as you saw in the video, our dorms are super nice. We also have apartments on campus that freshmen are able to live in. I always kind of push freshmen to live in the dorms just because you'll miss out on that dorm life. It's super fun. People are walking in and out of your dorm. You're meeting people. There's events going on. To eat on campus, as well as a small grocery store. So if you take a look, you might recognize some of the restaurants that we have on campus. It's super simple. How it works is you guys will get your student ID card. I like to call this your debit card. So you'll have your meal plan. Everything on campus is dollar for dollar. So you'll swipe your student ID card and it'll subtract from the total cost. Let's say at the end of the semester that you have money left over that you didn't spend, it constantly rolls over. So you're not going to miss out on any money. It constantly moves over to your next semester.
At GCU, Lopes have fun. GCU offers tons of opportunities for students to become outdoor weekend warriors and to compete in a variety of intramural sports. In Arizona, there's so many places to let loose, stay cool, and create lifelong memories. Work out in one of GCU's 4 student fitness centers, where you can also sweat it out in classes like yoga, spin, and boot camp. Play on one of our 12 intramural sports teams, including flag football and volleyball. They have divisions for all levels of competition. And our exciting outdoor rec program takes you on an adventure into the wild. Learn how you can get involved today.
So Phoenix is where GCU is located, and it's actually the #1 sunniest city in the United States. So a lot of Colorado students like to come because you guys like to get out of the cold, which is totally understandable. But we have lots of hiking in Arizona. So you can hike the Grand Canyon, Camelback Mountain's not too far away from the campus. And we're kind of like a little central hub for trips. So if you want to go to California, road trips with some of your friends, it's about a 4-hour drive away. If you're missing the snow and you want to go snowboarding, drive 2 hours up north to Flagstaff. We're about 10 minutes away from the airport. Shopping in Scottsdale is about 15 minutes away, so it's kind of nice to be in the central of everything. So our athletics, we take them pretty seriously at GCU. We have 21 Division I teams, and we're part of the Western Athletic Conference. So this arena right here you see, it seats over 7,000 people. And we also have one of the best student sections in the nation. They're called the Havocs, and they're pretty crazy. If you look to the top of the computer, you'll see those 3 sections right there, that's just for students alone.
The shot is good!
So if you're looking to play sports in college, but you aren't necessarily being recruited by our Division I teams, we do have club sports, which is just as competitive as D1, but you'd be playing D2 and D4 schools. So you still get that competitive atmosphere. However, it's not as big of a time commitment. If you're looking for more community-based fun sports, we also have intramurals. We have soccer, flag football, volleyball. It's a great way to meet people on campus, and it's a non-competitive atmosphere. So it's a great way to meet everybody and be able to play sports while being able to maintain social life, classes, all that fun stuff. So our academics, we have over 200 programs at GCU and 9 distinct colleges. Some of our most popular colleges on campus would be the Colangelo College of Business, as well as our nursing school, and our education programs, pretty popular too. But if you see, we have the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, College of Humanities, Social Sciences, College of Education, College of Fine Arts and Production, the College of Business, College of Theology, College of Nursing and Healthcare, and our Honors College. So there's lots of different options for you guys. We have just about any major you could think of. If you're thinking about a major but you're not too sure about it, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you with that.
Hey you, are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. Here in Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to experience. When I started my degree program at Grand Canyon University, I knew I was embarking on a journey. I never expected it to be such an adventure. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you're never more than a few short hours from something worth remembering. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Study hard, play hard, never stop moving. What are you waiting for? Come earn your degree in fewer than 4 years while touring everything Arizona has to offer. So, you ready? Find your purpose in Arizona. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/AZ road trip.
So affordability, like I was talking about the very first time I started talking about GCU, we are as affordable as a state university. So you're looking at an average cost of about $27,000. However, if you are admissible to Grand Canyon, you are scholarship eligible. So most students don't pay $27,000 because of scholarships. And I'll get into that in our next slide too. But that $27,000 is the total cost for room and board, tuition, books, tax and fees, and your parking passes. So freshmen are able to bring cars on campus. Your max cost for a parking pass is $150 for the entire year, and that's also covered parking. So if you want to bring a car to campus, that's great. Personally, I didn't bring a car until my junior year just because I didn't really need one, and there's so much to do on campus, but it's totally up to you. So scholarships, we work a little bit different. So scholarships, rather than combining all of your scores and coming up with a super score, we look at your highest score possible. So we're gonna look at your unweighted GPA, your weighted GPA, your ACT, and your SATs. Whatever is the highest score, that's what we're gonna award you guys with. So to give you an example, let's say that you're not a test taker, but you have a super high GPA, we're gonna award the highest amount possible. But let's say you have a 3.0, so that would put you at that Antelope scholarship, but you totally rock it on your ACT and you get a 27, well, you're gonna push yourself up to that Provis scholarship, which is $6,400. And with our scholarships, they are renewable for all 4 years, which also makes us a little bit different. Typically, sometimes when you go to another university after your freshman year, you drop all of your scholarships. At GCU, as long as you maintain a 2.5 GPA, you're able to keep your scholarship for all 4 years. So next steps. Next steps would be to be admissible to the university. So we ask for one of 3 things, either a 3.0 unweighted. However, with COVID going on, I know it's hard for you guys to take tests right now, your ACT and SATs. If you haven't been able to sign up for one, we are accepting a 2.8 or higher up until January. So you have plenty of time until then. If you have had the chance to take your ACT or SAT, we also either look for a 2.5 unweighted with a 19 on your ACT or a 2.5 unweighted with 1,000 on your SAT. So if you have any of those combined scores, if you have that 3.0 or, like I said, one of those 2 test scores with at least a 2.5, you are admissible to the university as well as scholarship eligible. So if you're thinking, yep, GCU sounds like a good school, I'd like to learn more about it, we offer a trip called Discover GCU. So you get the whole college experience completely for free. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly you guys out to campus. Now, pre-COVID, you guys used to spend the night and check it out, but since we're in this wonderful season of COVID, we still want you guys to check out the campus. So we're gonna fly you out in the morning. You're gonna check out the campus all afternoon. You're gonna get a one-on-one tour. You're gonna check out the dorms and the college you'd be attending. You'll talk to a student who's actually in your major. You'll talk to one of our program development specialists who works specifically with your college, and then you'll fly back at nighttime. And like I said, it's completely for free. We cover all costs. We just want you guys to get out and see if GC is a good fit for you. So in order to do that, super easy. All you have to do is apply to GCU. And then once you get accepted based off of those admissibility requirements, you'll sign your waiver, and then you'll talk to me and we'll try to secure your spot. So another step that you have to take in this process, even if let's say you don't want to go on Discover, but you do want to hear more about GCU, schedule an appointment with me. I work Monday through Friday. I'm pretty good about answering my phone. I'm happy to answer any questions. So we'll meet at a local coffee shop. Depending on what's going on right now, I've heard that coffee shops might be getting shut down, so totally fine. We can do it over Zoom, and we're going to talk about your personalized budget sheet. So we're going to go over every single cost that you would have at GCU. We're going to talk about the scholarships that you're eligible for, anything that applies to you. We can also add in your FAFSA if you've applied for that, and you'll get to look at your total cost for GCU. We're also going to talk about your program, and we're going to go over a course walk, which shows you every single class that you'll be taking throughout GCU. We'll talk about certain opportunities, and then I'm going to schedule you another Zoom appointment with a program development specialist. Now, these people work specifically with your college, so whatever you plan on majoring in, they know everything you could possibly think of about your major. They know what classes you'll be taking. They'll know post-grad opportunities. They'll talk to you about internships. So they're kind of your go-to regarding your college. So we'll just schedule that. We'll also schedule your Discover Day. Totally up to you. You guys don't have to go on the Discover trip, but a lot of students do like to go so they can check out the campus. Also, let's say, hey, I think GC is a great fit for me, and I think my friend would really like it too. Perfect. All you have to do is have them apply as well, and then I'll schedule a meeting with them, and then we can book your Discover trip on the same day together. So in order to schedule an appointment, super easy. All you have to do is contact me today. I'll show you my contact information in the next slide. Send me a text or an email with your name, your high school, and the best days to meet you. Appointments are available Monday through Friday, and I'm happy to reach out to you guys. If you feel more comfortable having a meeting over Zoom, totally fine with me, whatever you guys are most comfortable with. So please feel free to write down my phone number and my email. You can text me right now just so I can have your number. But most important step is to text me and apply. So you're gonna go to apply.gcu.edu. And you're gonna apply there, and then your application should come through, and I'll be able to help you with your next steps. So I'll leave this up just a little bit longer, but please feel free to reach out. Call me, text me, email me, whatever you guys need. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to serve you guys throughout this whole process. So I'll just leave it up for one more minute. Awesome.
Chat too, Holly, just in case they want to copy it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. Let's see.
In the meantime, do you guys have any questions? That's awesome. Makes me want to go. I love watching these presentations. Arizona looks absolutely gorgeous, and I think the whole going and visiting colleges was one of my favorite things to do when I was a senior. So if you guys are seniors, I know that with COVID times it's really weird. But if you are really interested in going to a school and you want to go and explore it, it's awesome because they'll even pay for you guys to go. And they used to set you up in a dorm or a room, but now they can't. And I'm sure if you guys wanted to stay a night, you guys can they'll find you guys a place to stay for really inexpensively. But yeah, Go and try them out. I always tell my students, especially that are seniors and are exploring colleges, it's like dating. You want to go and try them out and meet them and feel out the campus, see if it's the right fit for you. It really is important that you guys do that, especially with the idea that hopefully you'd want to be there for the next 3 to 4 years. So, um, with that being said, Holly, do you have? I wanted to ask a question about. I know a lot of our students ask questions about the sports. If they're in sports and they want to get involved or play basketball, how does that work?
Sure. So if you are wanting to play basketball at a club level, all you'd have to do is let me know that you're interested in playing basketball at any sport, and I'll get you in contact with our program development specialist, Hannah, and she helps with club sports. So she can tell you just about any information you need to know, and she'll also get you the coach's information for club sports. So she's a great contact to have. If you want to play intramurals, that would be something once you get to school, you can sign up there for that. But I would be happy to get anybody contact information for Hannah, and she could tell you guys just about anything you need to know about the club sports, as well as any other club sport too. She can give you the coach's information as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Do you guys have any other questions? What about, are any of you guys that are on this taking concurrent enrollment classes and you're wondering how they transfer? Any of
Yeah.
that?
So with transferring classes over, it's super easy. We're pretty transfer friendly. So what you guys would do is send over your transcript of any of the classes that you have, and then we kind of fit it together like a puzzle piece, and we see where everything fits in, and that's how we'd be able to see where your classes would line up. Also, if you're in AP classes, we take a 3 or higher. So as long as you get a 3 on your test, we're able to transfer that in, and that would take over some classes for you as well.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and as far as SATs and any of the scores, you guys, there's not that many colleges taking them this year, but it sounds like you guys are one of the above.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as long as if you haven't taken your ACT or SAT, but you have a 3.0 or a 2.8 or higher, totally fine, we'll accept that. Later on, if you are able to schedule your SAT or ACT because you want to increase your scholarship, you're able to do that as well. But we don't have to necessarily have your ACT and SAT scores on file. As long as you meet that 3.0 or a 2.8 or higher, you'll be good to go.
And I know you kind of brushed on the topic of FAFSA and financial aid. Do you have any specific scholarships that you would encourage them to apply for?
So scholarship wise, it's just based off of the GPA and the test scores. But with FAFSA, make sure you guys apply. That did open up, I believe, on October 1st. So any of that information, make sure you put GCU down so we get sent your information. As far as outside scholarships, you guys are more than welcome to apply for as many scholarships as you'd like. I actually encourage you guys to do that. The more money you can get, the cheaper it is for you in the long run. Any outside scholarship you do receive, you would just send over a cover letter that says the amount you were awarded, and then we put that in your budget sheet for you to subtract from your total cost.
Awesome. So you guys don't have like any specific scholarships that they could go on your page or on your website and apply for?
Right. So as long as they just meet those admissibility requirements, they're scholarship eligible. They don't have to necessarily apply for them. We do have a scholarship going on right now called our Priority Registration Award. And essentially what that is if students are wanting to commit to GCU, we award them a certain amount. So right now we're awarding students $800 for the whole year, $400 per semester. And all they have to do is pay their $50 deposit that goes right to their tuition, and they lock themselves into that scholarship for all 4 years. It does decrease over time. So on the 30th of November, that does go down to $600, then it goes to $400, $200, and it phases out. So if you feel like GCU is a good fit for you, I always tell students, make sure you guys schedule a meeting with me just so we can get you moving forward with your next steps and you can receive more scholarship money.
Awesome. Well, it sounds really exciting.
Yes.
Well, I can't see your video. Did you turn that off on purpose? Because I mentioned that.
No, for some reason my Zoom is not working. It's not letting me click. So I'm just kind of talking out into the air right now.
Okay.
So.
I was like, I know your video is kind of choppy, just a little bit. It kind of froze up a little bit. So I wasn't sure if that was on my end or on your end, but
No, I think it's my end.
but just so we know that it's going to be recorded, but it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad at all, but you were frozen most of the time up on top. But
I made a good face.
it's like it's always the best look too. But yeah. Anyway, so if you guys have any more questions about anything, about help and support and guidance, you guys have our information. You have my information. Other than that, I think that this is short and sweet, as our students enjoy and like it. And if they're intrigued, and I like your video because you didn't just have a PowerPoint presentation, you actually had some actual video content in there, which was really nice to see. And yeah, I think that if they want to get a hold of you guys, they know how, and I'm here to help as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming, and maybe next semester we'll have you back on again, depending on how this all turns out and goes. But thank you for coming. Thanks for coming, guys.
Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, you too. Take care.